Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am CZ, and thank you for checking out today's video, and I'm very excited for this one. This is going to be a very fun video. I've had a couple people ask me to show off my collection, and I would like to do that, but doing that would be very, very difficult. I mean, you can see back here, I've got a bunch of binders. Actually, I have more binders right here that I haven't put up yet, but that would take a long time. So what I decided to do is show you my top 20 favorite cards. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are the most expensive or that they're the hardest to get. It just means that these are the cards that I like the most that I currently own. So today we're doing the second half of this, so 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. And then next Monday we'll do the top 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In case you didn't know how to count backwards. Today we are doing 20 through 11. Without dragging it on too much more, I say we just get right into it. Alright, so I made a list and I made some notes on this so that I had a little bit of information to give you when I talk about these cards. Of course, we can see the stack right here in front of us. I'm going to scoot this off to the side so I don't spoil anything. But we're going to start hot and fresh with card number 20, my 20th favorite card. And that's this bad boy right here. This is the Shiny Umbreon from the Hidden Fates set. Of the Eevee evolutions, number 1, I don't really like them. Number 2, my favorite is probably Leafeon, and then my next favorite is probably Jolteon. But their shinies suck. Umbreon's shiny, on the other hand, is absolutely awesome. That blue is so gorgeous. This card is going for between $80 and $150 on eBay right now. What changes that? What could make this more? Is when I looked it up, I looked for just the card. If you get this graded, then your price skyrockets. At least double, maybe even triple, depends. But this card is pretty rad. I like it quite a bit. I was very, very shocked when I pulled it. And that's number 20 right there. So it gets better from here. It keeps getting better and better. Now this card, some of you may have seen, some of you may have not. This right here is a Black Star promo holographic Mew. And what's cool about this is you end up getting this from when the movie came out, the first movie came out way back in the day. So they weren't hard to get a hold of, but you don't see them much anymore. This is holographic and sleeved and in this case, and it sits on my shelf. You probably can't tell the cards that are on my shelf, but this has been on there since day one. And this card is absolutely phenomenal. It brings me more nostalgia, which means I just think about back in the day when I was a kid. It makes me do that a lot, and it makes me feel like a kid again, and that's why I love it so much. It's currently worth $25 to $50, and again, that means it's not graded. It's just this card. If it gets graded and it has a good grade to it, it can be worth even more money. I don't think I really have much else to say about it, but the next card I do, and the next card is really cool. So you may have seen this card as well, because it's actually very similar to the one I just showed you. Number 18 is the Ancient Mew Holographic. This card is so cool. It's one of a kind. I mean, they printed a lot of these, but what I mean by one of a kind is, I mean, you don't see Pokemon cards look like this anymore. And what's really, really rad about this is the back is super cool. How gnarly is that? That would be such a cool tattoo. I'm getting ideas as I look at this. I absolutely love this. And the way you got this one is, I think it was part of the first movie too. It was one of those promos for the first movie. But this card just looks so, so cool. It's currently valued at $20 to $40. See, now I'm saying some of these cards aren't worth a whole lot, but they're my favorite, and just by looking at this card, I mean, you can tell. It's just so, so cool. Of course, if you get it graded, it is worth a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure how much more, but when I look at this card, it's the same as the last one. Both of those make me feel like a kid again, because when Pokemon first came out, I remember being like 10 years old, and I was super like addicted to Pokemon. I don't know. It just brings back a lot of good memories. All right, number 17. Now we're going to get into some really interesting cards. You knew we had to throw a Raichu in there. There's a couple Raichus. I'll go ahead and tell you up front. There are a couple Raichus. This one right here is from a set called Shining Legends. And this set, this is one I bought off of, I think I bought it off of eBay, actually. I didn't tell you where I got these from. This one I pulled myself. I absolutely got it out of a pack myself, and that video is on the channel. This one I got from my neighbor. And this one I got from one of my friends. I bought all of his cards 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right before it got really popular again. Thank God, because these cards would have been really expensive. This one I did buy off of eBay, but I mean, I don't really have to say much about it. Raichu is my favorite Pokemon, and they made a rainbow card of him, so I had to get it. Finding Shining Legends packs was going to be next to impossible, plus they're expensive, so it made perfect sense just to buy this single card. I will get this graded eventually. I actually plan on grading all of these cards, I think. But as of right now, it sits on my Raichu shelf, which is just on top of my head right there. It usually sits right there. And it's adorable. This card currently goes for about $20 or $30. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but I would pay that again because it's a Rainbow Raichu. I mean, it's like a no-brainer, right? Alright, moving on. This one's a fun one. I've mentioned this person a few times, and she might look familiar if you've been watching my playthrough of Sword and Shield, but number 16 is my full art Marnie card. This comes from the Sword and Shield base set, and I did pull this card myself. I can't remember which video, but I did pull this card myself. This one is super rad. I absolutely love this girl. She's so pretty. And she's a really, really fun character in the story. And I hope that we see her again. Either if we come back to Galar or whatever. But I love this character. It currently goes for $40 to $65 raw. And again, that means it's not graded. It's just the card. If you get it graded, the same with all of the other ones, it doubles, sometimes triples in value. So this one will definitely be graded, and it will always be on my shelf. There's a common thing that I say when I talk about Marnie, and that's we stand for Marnie. That means I'm just a big, big Marnie fan. Alright. What number are we on? Number 15. So we're already halfway through? Yeah. Number 15. We've talked about this card a couple times, and that, my friends, is my Rainbow Rare Rayquaza. This card is not super hard to pull. It's not super rare, even though it's really, really cool looking. I actually did have 2 of these. There's a couple reasons why this is in my top 20 favorite cards. Number 1, it's Rayquaza. Hands down, my favorite legendary. Without a doubt. Number 2, amazing rares in general are my favorite kind of cards. And number 3, it's both of those together in one card. But yeah, I did pull this one. I pulled this one, and I pulled another one. The videos are up on the channel. Again, I can't remember what they came from, but it's just such a gorgeous card. The only thing that would make this card cooler is if it was a shiny Rayquaza, because shiny Rayquaza is black. Outside of that, man, this is just such a cool card. It's not very rare, so that means it's actually only worth about $10 to $15. But I love it, and that's the whole point. That's why I got it in this case. I've got it in a sleeve. That's why it sits back on my shelf 100%. I think all of the cards that I show off today and next Monday at some point will get graded, which, if you're curious about what grading is, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video on that. I plan on doing videos once I start grading my cards, but we'll talk about that when the time comes. Alright, the next card is not in a hard case. It's just in a sleeve, and you'll understand in a second. This one is pretty important to me, and I won't tell you why right away. I want you to guess, but you might know. It is another Raichu card. This one right here is from a theme deck. So you can buy this card, or you can get it out of packs because it is from a set. It's from Breakthrough set, but you cannot get it holographic in the set. The only way to get a holographic is buying the theme deck. The theme deck is called Burning Spark, which is a really rad name. In the set, you can get a reverse holo, which I might get one day, but I really wanted the holographic one because it's holographic, so I bought the whole deck just for this one card. Now, what I like so much about this one is just the artwork. This artwork is absolutely my favorite Raichu artwork that I can think of anyways. There are other Raichu cards that I like more for other reasons, but as far as the artwork, this is definitely my favorite. So much so that I got it tattooed! Yay! Let's see if I can do it this way. Oh. It's so hard to do. But I loved it so much. As soon as I saw it, I was like, bro, that's gotta be my Raichu tattoo. If you like Raichu a little bit, you looking at this card, you probably feel like I do. That artwork is amazing. Alright, now we're down to the last 3 cards of this video, and they're all very similar and, pretty awesome. There's a reason they didn't make the top 10, and you'll know that too when we look at the next video, but let's just get into it. This right here, this next card, number 13, is my newest card. I just got this one in the mail. Base Set 2, Venusaur Holographic. This is a card that I bought recently, really recently, from a store, an online store, not like eBay or anything. From a store. Just real quick, I purchased this on Facebook Marketplace. You might have heard me talk about this before, but it ended up being a scam. A guy stole my $40 and deleted his Facebook account, and I am very, very, very bitter about it. It makes me so sad, so mad, so everything. So I said, okay, I'm just going to spend extra money and make sure I get it, and I'll buy it from a store. Anyways, so Base Set 2, if you're not familiar with, is the second run-through of the original cards. That's why it's called Base Set number 2. That's what this little 2 here means. These cards are part of my childhood. This card and 2 other cards are, when I think of Pokemon cards, is instantly what comes to my mind. When I think of being a kid and playing Pokemon cards, I remember opening packs and either my friends pulling this guy or I pulled it or something like that. And it just, I don't know, nostalgia is the only word I can come up with. But these cards are essentially where all of my Pokemon love came from. So I had to absolutely get Base Set 2 Venusaur. This card right now, raw, is worth $20 to $60 on eBay. I think I paid $40 with shipping, and then I think on Facebook I was paying $30 or something like that. I don't know. But absolutely worth it. I'm so very glad I have this. Number 12. Base Set 2 Blastoise. So we have Venusaur, we have Blastoise next. This one right here I bought from the same friend I bought my Mew card from. So I bought his whole collection, and this was one of the cards that was inside of it. Again, the exact same reasons for the Venusaur are for the Blastoise. This is just, it takes me back to when I was 10 years old. I'm 33. Well, I'm going to be 33 in a couple months. So it takes me back to when I was a kid, where my love of Pokemon started. And Blastoise is one of my favorite Pokemon. He's my 3rd favorite Pokemon, so he had to be on the list anyways. But I don't really have anything else to say, because pretty much it's the same thing as the Venusaur. This card right now is worth about $60. This is raw too. Again, I know I'm repeating myself so much, and I apologize, but I just want to make sure you guys know that means that it's not graded. If you get these older cards graded, they have potential to be worth a lot of money. A lot of money. I don't think that my cards will be graded very high because, well, this one might, because my friend took really good care of it. But that's not really what I collect for. The artwork itself is very basic, but I love that. I love the artwork for this because it's emphasizing, it's making the main character stand out so much, and the artwork is perfect. When I picture Blastoise in my head, this is exactly what I picture. Sometimes he's fatter, sometimes he's scarier, sometimes he's like got this weird angle on him. I don't know, but this artwork is just phenomenal. And that's card number 12. So we are down to the last card of the video, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to sit here for 3 seconds and let you guess at what the next one is. Was that 3 seconds? I wasn't counting. Alright, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's going with the theme. And there is a reason why this is 11 and not 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 in next Monday's video. There is a reason why it is number 11. But base set to Charizard Holographic. Everybody knows Charizard cards. These are the babies. These are some of the most sought after cards in the world. And this is another one that I bought from my friend. All of his collection, where I got Blastoise, I got Mews, I got a whole bunch of cards from him. Don't worry, I spent a lot of money on it. I gave him a lot of money, and at the time it was a good deal. I hate to tell him, Brandon, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, man. I did not know what Pokemon was going to turn into, because all the cards that I got from you are worth a lot more now. But this card right here is absolutely phenomenal. Charizard's my second favorite Pokemon. For a while, he was my first favorite Pokemon. I mean, everybody loves Charizard, right? This is base set 2, so it's not from the original base set, but it is that second print. And since it did come from my friend Brandon, I'm pretty sure that he took it and put it in a sleeve right away when he was a kid, because this card and all the other cards that I got from him are really, really nice. They're not perfect. They're not going to get 10s. They might get 9s. And if I get a 9 on any of my Charizard cards, I'll be super happy. But this one, I mean, look at this. Tell me that right there does not look super rad. That looks so good on my shelf. I've had these on my shelf since I got them, essentially. But that Charizard card is just... This is... it's kind of like my second most nostalgic card, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but whatever. So this card right here, depending on a lot of things, I think, right now on eBay, raw, it goes for $60 to $170, depending on how well it does. I think if I were to sell this on eBay, this is really, really good quality. I would not take less than... First of all, I would never sell it. This is never leaving my hands. I'm going to get buried with my Pokemon cards. This, I would have to ask, I don't know. I feel like 170 is not enough, to be honest with you. To be really, really honest with you. I don't think I would sell it for less than... Whoa, crap. Oh, gosh, did I really just do that? I was getting impatient. Oh, no. Timeout. Okay, we're back. I cannot believe I just did that. Yeah, I don't think 170, I wouldn't do it. 200, I don't think I would do it. If somebody said, man, I'll give you $250 for that, I would have to think about it, but I'm not selling it. So I'm done thinking about it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There are my top, well, the first part of my top 20 cards. 20 through 11. My top favorite cards that I currently own. Now, that can change again at any point, but I don't know. There it is. You wanted to see some of my collection, and there we go. I promise you that next video, you may think you know a couple, but there are a couple that are going to throw you way off. You could probably guess... Well, I'm looking at my notes right here. You could probably guess... Well, you might be able to guess half of them. But the other half, you're going to be like, wait, what? Yo, what? I know, it's exciting. But that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please leave a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. Click the notify bell so you get notified anytime my videos go live. Which, if I haven't yet, I think starting this weekend, we're doing videos every single day. That's crazy. I think, if not this weekend, it's the next weekend after that. But yeah, videos Monday through Sunday, all at 6:30 Eastern Time. Again, if you don't want to remember that, just make sure you click the notify bell. That's all I got for you. So, I don't know. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.